everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Rachel and this is Stitched Up. I hope you're all really well. It's been a couple of weeks since you last heard from me, but I think I did mention at the end of my last vlog that there wouldn't be a vlog from me last week because I had my gorgeous little granddaughter staying with me for a few days last week. So it was very tiring, let me tell you. I'm really busy. We did lots of nice things together. Took her to the farm and yeah, we had a few sunny days as well, which was just really lovely. So we managed to get in the garden, in the paddling pool, etc. But yeah, tried to make the most of it when I have my granddaughter. As I'm sure you know, those of you that have grandchildren yourself, it's not like having your own children, is it, where you still got the drudgery of the day-to-day stuff to do, which you still have a bit of, but yeah, when you've got your grandkids you can really make the most of it, can't you? So it was great fun, but oh so tiring. Anyway, I thought I would come back today with a bit of a catch-up midweek. It's Wednesday, and chat to you about my sewing plans for August. I am going to put a Friday sews out later this week and talk to you a little bit about what I have managed to make in the last week, which isn't much, but I thought I would share that with you in a separate vlog. But today I wanted to chat to you about my plans for August, which is tomorrow. Can't believe we're in August already. Anyway, I'll start by talking about what I'm wearing, which is the Bailee shirt by Tessuti. I absolutely love Tessuti patterns. I just think they're brilliant. And I've made a few of theirs now, and I've made, no, it's not the Bailee at all. I'm totally lying. It's not the Bailee. The shorts are the Bailee. This is the Arkie shirt that go with the Bailee shorts. Honestly, I should have prepped better, shouldn't I? And yeah, I love it. It's just a very straightforward, short-sleeved, easy to wear shirt with a Revere collar and button up at the front, and the fabric is a beautiful Dolce & Gabbana linen that I got from Selvage and Bolts, and the buttons are from Pigeon Wishes. I made this early last year, I think it was, to go to Portugal, and yeah, really love it. It's very oversized on me now, but I still love to wear it. So I'm wearing that today, just not with my Bailee shorts actually. I'm wearing it just with some denim shorts because we have summer in the UK. Finally, it's finally arrived. Really sorry about my iron in the background. Let me just turn that off. Alexa, turn off the iron. Okay. There we go. Plans for August then. I have got another holiday coming up right at the end of August. We are heading down to Cornwall to have a week's break with the family. So Bronte, her partner Tom and Layla are coming with us again. And also Isaac's coming with us this time, which is fantastic because he hasn't been away with us for a couple of years, which is just going to be so nice to have all of us together for the week. And then they are heading back up. After a week, Martin and I are travelling on to another little bay that we absolutely love down there, and just staying an extra couple of nights, just the two of us, before we head back home. So we've got 9 nights away altogether, which I'm really excited about. And I'm hoping this gorgeous weather that we're having here at the minute continues. It probably won't. It will break. You know, we don't get a lot of nice weather in the UK, not sort of consistently anyway. But I'm sure you're sick of hearing about us talking about it, to be fair. Anyway, I want to make a few new little bits for my holiday because, as lots of you know, my shape has changed a lot over the last 6-7 months now, and I need a sort of few more bits of nice summer clothes. Now, I know the end of August in the UK is right at the end of summer, but I usually find when we go to Cornwall that time of year, the weather is usually pretty good. And Martin and I are going away again in November. We're going to Barbados. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I'm going to be mentioning it lots because I'm really excited about it. So yes, we are going to Barbados at the beginning of November, and I am super, super excited about that. That will be a very hot holiday, so some of these clothes that I'm planning to make will be very suitable for that trip as well. Anyway, let's crack on. There's not a lot of plans because I like to be flexible, if that makes sense, because there will be no doubt, new patterns coming out over the next few weeks that I'm going to fall in love with and want to make. And I'm having a bit of an animal print obsession at the minute. I've just ordered some fabrics from First for Fabrics. Yeah, they are doing like a weekly special of a different fabric that they have at a really low price, and it changes every week. And last week they had these beautiful viscose jerseys. Tamlin wore I think it was an Elysian bodysuit that she'd made. I'm pretty sure it was. I might be wrong with that totally, because I have not been keeping up with what's been going on in the sewing community over the last week with having Layla. I am so far behind on vlogs, etc. And yeah, anyway, I think she made an Elysian in the blue version, and they had a blue plum and gold version of this beautiful viscose jersey. So I managed to nab the last 1.5 meters of the plum version, and I'm going to make another Edie dress out of that when that arrives, which I'll put a picture of the other one that I made here. It's a seamwork pattern, and you guys loved it on Instagram. That has had so many views and likes. I was just blown away by that. But anyway, I want to make another one of those because it's a really straightforward sew, and it's a lovely dress for summer, to be fair. So going to make that when that arrives out of that. But I also bought another couple of fabrics from them as well, including a leopard print poplin, because I want to make the Mabel by Tilly and the Buttons, which is this pattern here, but I just want to make the top version. And the fabric that I've got from First for Fabrics is this one, and I'm hoping that's going to work. I haven't obviously made the Mabel. I've made the Mabel once before as a dress, and I will have to retrace that pattern now because I've gone down 2-3 sizes from the original version that I made, so it doesn't fit me anymore. I can't even get away with it, which is a real shame because I made it in Fabric Godmother strawberry linen as well, but hey ho. So yes, I'm going to make that. I really want a leopard print Mabel top. Don't know what's wrong with me, and that's going to be on my plans as well to make at some point. So moving on to the fabrics I do have with me, I want to refashion something first, and I'll be talking a little bit more about refashioning in my Friday sews later this week, because I have created something out of a refashioned item, but I'll talk about that in that vlog. Today I want to talk about this, which is a McCalls M7969 dress. Now, my daughter, as you know, had a baby last year, and her shape has changed an enormous amount, which us women do when we have babies and pregnancy, etc, etc. And lots of the clothes that she had prior to pregnancy don't fit her shape anymore, or she's just, you know, doesn't like them anymore or whatever. And some of those clothes I made her, including this. I made this for her when she was pregnant to wear. And she has recently moved house, and she gave me a huge bag of clothes, some handmade, some that she'd bought, to see if I wanted them or could do anything with them. And this was amongst the bag of bits and pieces that she gave me. So this is a crepe, viscose crepe animal print. And I don't know where I got this fabric from. I can't remember now. It's quite some time ago. But anyway, this is a McCalls M7969. And I want to refashion it, and what I'm planning to do with this is to make it into the Tessuti Ruby top. So this is a very simple sleeveless top with a keyhole neckline at the back, and it gently flares out. It's only takes 1 meter of fabric, so I'm sort of hoping I can get that out of this, particularly the skirt, because there is a lot of fabric in the skirt part of this dress. And it might have to be a little bit cropped, which is fine. I can wear it with high-waisted jeans or shorts or whatever. But I really think this will make use of this fabric. And yeah, I'm hoping that I can make that work, because I do love this fabric. And, you know, it's a handmade, French-themed dress that I made for her that won't fit me as it is, and I can't refashion this into a smaller size to fit me, but I'm hoping that there is enough fabric in the skirt to be able to get that top out of it. So I'm going to have a go at that, and I'm going to use that as a bit of a wearable toile and hope that it works, because I'd like to make another. I really need some summer woven tops, and I don't really have many, not that are sort of either, you know, spaghetti straps or very short sleeved or whatever. I've got more tops like this, but sometimes when it's really warm and sticky, the problem in the UK is that we get a lot of humidity, so it gets really sticky. So I tend to feel too warm in those kind of conditions with tops even like this, to be fair. But anyway, I've got this other fabric that I would like to make the ruby out of, which is a sort of crinkled cotton, and it's got like a grid design on it. I think you can see that. I got this from Sarah at Simple Life Fabrics. I've got a couple of meters of this, and I know it's boring, it's plain, but I think sometimes we really need those plain separates, don't we, that go with the bright and flashy separates that we love to make. So I think lots of us in the community always get drawn to all the big prints and patterns and want to make all those amazing things. And they're great for dresses, they're great for separates, but trying to pair them together, if you make something bright and bold in a separate, is really, really tricky. So I think I need to make some plains. So I'm going to make another ruby top in this, and yeah, that will give me a couple that are fairly plain. I mean, this would work with, you know, just denim shorts or black trousers, white trousers, even white linen trousers it would work with. And the white obviously will go with anything, won't it? Which brings me on to my next plan, which is a little bit out there, to be honest. So I have recently made the Theas by Tilly and the Buttons, and I've done that as part of a collaboration with the gorgeous Emma from So Do It Emma. Myself, Ruan and Tamlin as the Northern Soul Sisters are doing that little project together. And I know that we've not shown you that yet because we're still waiting for us all to sort of decide on when we're going to show you those, if that makes sense. So anyway, I have made the Theas and I love them. I absolutely love them. I did wear them last week out and about in the wild because they are leopard print, and I just had to, I had to take them off very quickly because I took Layla to a farm last Wednesday. It got really hot. They got too hot to wear. So yeah, as soon as we got home, I had to get changed. But I have worn them and they just, I love wearing them. They're amazing. I want to make some more. Desperately want to make some more. And I know when I talked about the Merchant Mills stripe fabric a month or so ago, or during one of my Friday sews, I think last month, or earlier this month even, a few of you mentioned to make the Theas in those. And initially I thought, I don't know if I want the Theas in those, but actually I think that's going to be an amazing idea. However, before I do make the Theas out of that fabric, I'm going to make it out of this. Now, you know that I've been destashing loads and loads and loads, and I'm doing really well with it because we are now at a point where we are getting ready to be able to redecorate the old sewing room upstairs, which is the smallest bedroom in our house, which is going to be Layla's room when she comes to stay. So I want to decorate it very girly for her, and we've got everything we need to do it. I just still need to get rid of a few more bits and pieces so that there's not as much to move out of there, if that makes sense. So starting to work through some of the vacuum sealed bags of fabric that were stored under the bed now, and destashing lots and things. And then I found this, and I was going to destash it. I actually listed it yesterday morning, then I quickly took it down because I thought, actually, I think I'm going to make Theas out of this. I mean, isn't that going to be wicked? So I've seen some really, really out there, outrageous 60s style wide-legged trousers that are slim at the hips, slim through the hips and waist, if that makes sense, which the Theas are. And I love them so much. Initially, when I pulled this out from the stash to destash it, I loved the fabric, but I thought, what on earth am I going to make with this that I'm going to wear? Which was why I'd picked it out to destash. But then it just came to me yesterday morning. I thought, yeah, I can make some really wild Theas. And that's what I'm going to do. So this fabric is a linen cotton, I believe. And it is bonkers. I can't remember where I got this from. It's not even been pre-washed, to be fair, so I do need to do that. It's a lovely weight. It's a really sort of medium weight fabric, but it has a bit of a drape, but still a bit of a structure to it, if that makes sense, which is going to be perfect for the Theas. I'm going to make the full length version. And I think with the ruby top in white, that's going to work, isn't it? So hence why I need to make more tops, because currently I have probably very little that will work with these as separates. So yeah, I'm really excited with that. So I'm going to put that in the wash today, and then I can crack on with getting those done, because they are going to be amazing. Really amazing. Anyway, moving on, I am going to make another pair of trousers, and the trousers that I'm going to make are the Anna Allen Pomona pants. Now, this pattern's been out for ages. It is, well, it comes in two versions. You've got a wide leg version and a tapered leg version, and it's elasticated waist. So I know a few people have made these now. I think Emma's made them. I'm pretty sure Bex loves these from What Bexos. She loves these pants. She's made loads of them. And so I've bought the pattern and I'm going to have a go myself. Now, this pattern does actually say that it's for heavier weight woven fabrics like canvases and twills and heavyweight linens and things like that. I'm a bit worried about that, if I'm honest, because I think with an elasticated waist in those heavier fabrics could just be a bit too bulky. So I'm going slightly lighter weight with my version. And I've got this beautiful linen in my stash, which is a sort of blue and white marl effect linen. I think I got this from Rainbow Fabrics, and it is a medium weight linen, so I think it's going to work really well. And again, I know it's boring. I love linen though. It is boring. I totally get it. I'm not sure if this has been pre-washed actually. Yeah, it has. I can tell because it smells of washing powder. So yeah, this has been pre-washed. So I'm going to make the Pomona pants, and I think I'm going to go for the tapered version. Now, I do love wide leg pants, but I have quite a lot of pairs of wide leg pants, and I'm making more with the Theas. And I think a tapered leg version I'm going to really love. So I'm going to make that version of the Pomonas. And again, I've gone for a plain because I think then I can make some lovely pattern tops, etc., that are going to work really well with it. And that's the plan. So let me know what you think of that as well. So they are the two pair of trousers that I have on my list of plans for August. I also want to still get made up the scallop hem shorts by Pattern Runway. I think I mentioned those in one of my Friday sews. It might have even been my last one. I had some leftover of the stretch cotton leopard print that I made my first pair of Theas from, and I thought that I could possibly get that pattern out of it, and I have managed to just do it. Now, I know a couple of people mentioned that they agreed with me that Pattern Runway have folded. They no longer exist as a pattern company, which is a shame because they had some super patterns. However, I think they mentioned that this pattern had been released by Seamwork. No, was it Seamwork? No, Peppermint Magazine. And they pointed me to which issue it was in. I think it was issue 27. Now, I'm really grateful that people did do that because I was really excited about that. However, it's not the same pattern. The pattern that is in the Peppermint Magazine has an elasticated waist. I think it's a paper bag waist. It does have a slight scallop to it, but it's a completely different pattern. This is, you know, this has welt pockets on the back. It's a very tailored short. So yeah, unfortunately it's not the same pattern. So I have got that cut out anyway, and I am going to get that made up this month as well. So yeah, that is next on my list. I was hoping to get that done last year, but it's much more of an involved make because of the welt pockets on the back. and the front pockets have lots of pieces to them as well. So yeah, it's one of those you really have to concentrate on, and having a little 16-month-old toddler running around was not going to happen last week. So moving on to dresses then. There are a couple of dresses that are very new patterns that have just come out that I want to get made this month, and I'm really excited about both of them. They are both very summery dresses, which hopefully will work for the continuing beautiful weather we have here, and moving forward to my holidays that I'll be able to wear them for. So the first one I want to make is the Emma dress by Silversaga Patterns. Now, this was released last week, I think, or was it the week before? I'm not quite sure. And Jessica from Silversaga Patterns makes the most beautiful, dreamy, romantic patterns from her ready-to-wear designs that she makes. So this is the pattern here. I'll probably put a better picture of it because I have printed it on the wrong side of a PDF pattern that I printed out incorrectly, so you can see the lines through it. But anyway, I'll put a better picture of it here. But this comes in two versions. You've got a top and a dress. It's got these beautiful sort of gathered shoulder straps, if that makes sense. It's got some, I'm not sure if it's got, yeah, it's got elasticated casings. It's got two casings for the waist, under the bust and at the waist. And then I'm not sure if it's shirred in between or whether it's just gathered. I'm not quite sure, to be honest, but it's middle length and it's beautiful. So I've made a couple of her patterns before and absolutely love them. And I am so excited to make this. Now, I was a little bit worried that it was going to be fabric hungry because many of Jessica's other patterns are very fabric hungry, but it's not actually. I think it's about 2.5 meters of dressmaking fabric that you need to make this, and it's designed for lightweight, light to medium weight woven fabrics. So I have this gorgeous gingham that I got from Rainbow Fabrics. It's like a gingham seersucker, and it is in these beautiful sort of rust reds and more like a coffee coloured gingham check. It is yarn dyed, not printed, and this is actually a polycotton, but I loved the gingham check so much I took a chance on it. Now, I have had some poly fabrics from Rainbow Fabrics before that I've not liked. I've not enjoyed the feel of them, but this feels like cotton. It's really lovely. I don't think they have this in stock anymore, sadly, because they do sell out pretty quickly. And I think I got this in their sale. They had a recent sale where they had fabrics from $1.99 a metre, and I think this was in that particular price bracket, so it was really inexpensive. So I've got about 3 meters of this. I think it's going to make the most beautiful Emma dress. Really looking forward to making that. And then the final dress that I want to make has just been released, and this is by the lovely Sydney Graham, who is behind Sid Graham Patterns. She is Hi Sid Graham on Instagram. I'll leave a link to her down below. And she's just released this pattern. She's got a few patterns out now. She just released this one, which is the Skyline dress. And I do have a little print out of that, I think, somewhere. Do I? No, I don't, but I'll put a picture of it here. But this is a very simple dress with tiers, and it's got a lovely sort of just strap that cinches in around the neckline, ties at the back, and you can have it as a top. You can have, you know, you can do all sorts with this pattern. There are so many hacking options for this pattern. She does have a tutorial on her YouTube channel for how to put this together, and for some of the hacked versions that she's made as well, which is really good. I was watching one of them last night actually, and yeah, there's lots of ideas with this, but I think for a really simple summer dress for holiday, this will be perfect. So the fabric that I've chosen for this is another seersucker, and it is actually a gingham as well, but it's a very small gingham, this one, micro dot. So this is a gorgeous shirred gingham that I got from B&M Fabrics in Leeds when I was there with my beautiful Northern Soul sisters last month. And I have about 4 meters of this, but it's in 2 separate pieces. So I think because of the tiers, I can make it work out of this. So I'm really excited to have a go at it. And yeah, this is again, I think is a poly cotton blend. It definitely feels more poly than this one, but it still feels absolutely fine as a fabric that I would be happy to wear against my skin, if that makes sense. So I'm going to make the full tiered version, I think, probably mid calf, not quite midi length, no, not quite maxi length, but maybe midi length, maybe something like that, not quite sure. But anyway, we'll see how we get on with the fabric, because obviously, as I say, it is in 2 pieces. So really excited to have a go at that. That should be a really simple make. Lots of gathering is going to be happening in these patterns, I think, especially when I add in the Mabel top as well, when that fabric arrives. So that's it. That's everything that I've got on my list of plans for August. As I say, there's probably going to be 2 or 3 other things that I might just add in to the mix as well, dependent on what takes my fancy as we work through the month. But yeah, itching to get started on these. So let me know what you think. Have you made any of these yourself? Have you made the ruby top especially? I doubt that anybody's made the Emma or the Skyline yet, because I know these are very new patterns, but I'm really interested to hear what you think about my plans. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there because we're nearly up to 30 minutes again. But I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. Watch out for my next one later this week, which will be Friday Sews. Looking forward to seeing you again then. Take care of yourselves and enjoy the sunshine, and I will see you on Friday. Bye.